Buenos dias, amigos from Ajijic here in the Lakeside area. I'll try to get through this video quick. Okay, uploaded a video 2 days ago with a woman from Florida, and her name is Diane. She was down here in the Lakeside area looking for a nursing care facility for her husband, who has begun the onset of Alzheimer's. So she's going to wait and return for about 2 or 3 years. She did mention a facility in San Antonio that she did research, and she had done research. She was in Mazatlan. She's well traveled in Mexico, and she found some places. Okay. Now, I want to give you some additional information about nursing care facilities and care for the elderly, and also assisted living places or an assisted living place. Now, some of these I contacted, some of these I talked to representatives already. As some of you who have viewed some of the videos, you might have heard me talk about having an older brother who may at some point need a nursing care home, and maybe the assisted living apartment that I'm going to talk about a little bit, mention in this video. Now, I got a lot of information here also from the directory in the Lake Chapala Society, and the listing that was the woman talked about, Mi Casita 1 and Mi Casita 2, the number is here, and in this directory, it's on page 42, and you'll have a listings of different places and phone numbers all over the Lakeside area. This, once again, is the Lake Chapala Society directory. It's updated every year. Now, there's quite a few listed here. Not only, though, the one that she mentioned, but there's also other ones, and they're in different towns, located in different towns throughout the Lakeside area. So, let me get to that real quick. One is a convalescent home. That's in Ajijic. Another care home, it's listed here, is with the telephone numbers, is Ribeiras del Pilar, El Chante Assisted Living. I'll tell you more about a little bit about that later. Let's see. Ribeiras del Pilar again, another place. A place in Chapala, a place in West Ajijic, a place in Cotepec, another place in San Antonio. Mi Casita. One she was talking about. The numbers here, you can call them. There's also a place you can call, all the numbers for these places. Ribeiras del Pilar again, San Juan Coastal, San Antonio, Ajijic, and Ribeiras del Pilar. Numbers in, you can call those numbers. It's just too many to list. Now, I want to tell you something. Once again, I have a brother. He's several years older than me, and he is maybe at some point, and I've talked to people from these places. Now, I talked to one woman. She was very approachable in the plaza. I sat down and talked with her about my older brother. Maybe in the future, if needed, he'll need a nursing home. And she was very approachable, and she talked, and I knew who she was. She gave me a lot of information, and she gave me prices, and you're going to want to know some of those things. When you call them, they'll give you that information, or talk to them directly. They'll give you that information. This particular home is in Ajijic, and it's not far from the plaza, Ajijic Plaza. And there's several of them I just mentioned, or numbers, or cities, towns around here. Now, I'm going to tell you about another place I called, and that's the El Chante Assisted Living, and that's in El Chante, right next to San Juan Coastal, between San Juan Coastal and Cotepec. And it sounds like it's a pretty good place. I got some information about it regarding my brother. In the future, he may not need a nursing care, full nursing care. He may be able to go into assisted living at some point if he ever needs to. Now, another thing I'll tell you about is I've been here for 3 years as a snowbird, coming back and forth. I'm now a resident, and it's given me a lot of opportunity to meet a lot of expats, tourists, and also Mexican residents. And through this course of the 3 years, I want to tell you about a gentleman that I met. I'm not going to tell you where he's from, but he had been living in Ajijic for about 8 years. And he used to come to the coffee shops every day. He lived just outside the plaza. And he was a voracious reader. He'd always bring books with him, carry books and read books. And the Mexican residents and people who served him in the coffee shop treated him really well. They were always nice to him. But I've seen his health deteriorate. His health got to the point where he was walking on the other end of the plaza, and this was at night. He had lost some of his memory. He lost his keys to his apartment. He fell down, scraped himself up pretty bad all over his legs. He was scraped up. So what happened is someone must have gotten a hold of his relatives in the States. They immediately came down here and got him into a nursing care facility not far from the plaza in Ajijic. We did see him. We do see him come out. The first time I've seen him come out, it was like about 3 months later. He probably got out before then, but I had seen him 3 months later, and he was 100% better. His skin was changed. He's just changed. You could see his health, how well his health has improved. He spoke better again. He really enjoyed being there. His family liked having him. They were really comfortable because they had went up to the States and then came back a couple months or a few months later. And they met all his needs, and he had nice, clean clothes. But he asked me, they do have a library there, a big library, but he did ask me, there was one particular book. He was a voracious reader, and maybe he read most of the books there, but he wanted me to bring him a book. So anyway, I want to say that another guy I had known when I first came here 3 years ago, he's from Europe. I'm not going to get into the country where he's from, but he also wound up going into one of those nursing homes. And this one was also in Ajijic, not from far from the plaza. He would come to the plaza, but he needed assistance walking. He had a cane. He's in his 80s, and he had an assistant from that home bring him there. I think she worked for the home, and she would walk him, hold on to him. He had a cane. She walked him slowly. She'd bring him over to the coffee shop, and he got a chance, like the other guy, to sit down and chat with his expat friends and the Mexican people that he got to know. The kids or the young people at the coffee shop and the waiters and waitresses are happy to see these men too, and they've always treated them nice. You'll find out when you come down here. For those who don't know, the Mexican residents do treat seniors well here. So I want to say I did talk to someone from that El Chante nurse, or it's an assisted living place, got some information, but prices could change since I talked to them, inflation, but I'm going to tell you, we all know the cost of nursing care up there in the States is quite high. I'm fortunate I have medical up in the States that'll cover me completely if I need to get nursing care up there. It covers me in all areas. But there's, you never know. I might need one at some point if I stay around here, someplace in Mexico or here. I'll tell you. So at some point later in life, I might need one. So I'll tell you, be careful walking. I fell about 2 months ago. I was with two couples, and I was invited to a church service at their church. We went out to eat at Cafe Negro for breakfast. We went over to the Central Laguna Mall, and I walked down some stairs. They were perfect set of stairs, cement stairs. My fault, all my fault. I think I mentioned this in a previous video. wasn't watching what I was doing. I was talking to my friend. I should have had my eyes or on the stairs. But anyway, it was all my fault. There wasn't any cracked pavement or anything there. It was perfect, but I misstepped and took a hard fall. And I had to get ice on my arm, on my leg. My friends immediately went to one of the stores or shops there, got me ice, iced me up. Mexican residents came out. They were being of assistance to me. I took a really hard fall. If you ask one of my friends, they were there, they'll tell you. I was surprised I didn't need hospital care. But, falling down could be a game changer or a life changer. So be careful walking. I have tips on walking in the Lakeside area. And you can get them from other expats and things like that. So be careful, because I don't hope to go to a nursing home, not at least for a while now, for years from now. But if I ever do need one, I think I'd be pretty comfortable coming to one and staying in one here. And I don't think I don't have any reservations having my older brother come down here and stay here if necessary. I do know Diane mentioned she had her husband had onset Alzheimer's. She mentioned Mi Casita and Mi Casita 1. The number is here in this directory on page 42. You can get in touch with them that way and go down there and visit. Or these other ones. There's many other to visit. You can get this directory from the Lake Chappaqua Society. It's updated every year. It's got a lot of the services you need in this directory. Okay, I want to say, yeah, I took care of my dad. He had Alzheimer's in his 70s. He got Alzheimer's, and he had it, of course, until he passed at the age of 85. My mother, she lived till 87. And our family was fortunate enough to take care of both of our parents in their homes. But my mother, during her last year of her life, I had her in my home up in a suburb of Michigan, and we all took care of her. We were fortunate. My mom and dad had caregivers, doctors, nurses, all kinds of people come in and visit them and take care of them. But I know what it's like to take care of elderly people. I have aunts that are elderly, etc. And I know about nursing care up there in the U.S. and too, in nursing homes, assisted living homes, and they're quite, as we all know, they're quite expensive. So you might want to call these places, find out what each place. Diane did give some information about cost. Call these places and or come down and personally visit these places yourself so you can actually see and what it's like there and talk to people. I don't think this is something you can do in 5 minutes or 15 or 20 minutes. You'll need to talk to, maybe you'll have the need, I don't know, to go down and visit one of these places and see which one fits you. They're located all over Lakeside. And I'm really happy to put up this video. Kind of goes with the video that was put up a couple days ago. So view that video, and that's Diane from Florida. And the title of that, the description is, did research on nursing care homes and elderly care homes. But I also wanted to mention that assisted living in El Chante, it's a little different. People get an apartment there and they get their meals too, but it's a different type of living situation. So you can get that information here in this booklet and directory. And when you come down here, I wish you all well. Be careful walking. And I've seen people walk and fall and slip and fall in the Lakeside area. And it's not a pretty picture. I've actually seen people fall. They were quite a few feet away from me. I've seen people's health deteriorate here in the last 3 years. I've seen people go in nursing homes, come out better. I just see a lot what's going down here all over Lakeside. So think about those things. Thanks for viewing. Tap on the notification bell if our tap on the notification bell and you will be notified of upcoming videos. Thanks for viewing. Buenos dias from Ajijic in the Lakeside area. Thanks for viewing.